Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Simple Stories Saturday. And for today's page and for many pages in the rest of the month, I'm going to be using this paper pad. And I think it's all that I have from this collection from 2016 called You Are Here. And I absolutely love it. It's a color palette that is mostly greens, blues, oranges, golds, but there's a little pink thrown in, which just really is, I don't know, charming to me. So it's got all these wonderful patterns, and I'm going to be using these to document what was our honeymoon. It was a year after we were married, but it was on our anniversary. We didn't have any vacation when we got married, so we just went down the road to Galveston, and it was a wonderful weekend, but Maui was better. So I'm gonna start documenting that trip with this page. I'm also using, for my photo mats, I'm using the color matching pages from this Snap book. And as you can see, I'm down to the dark red and the brown and the beige. So not much left there. Okay, so what I had in mind was a grid. And I'm going to kind of lay the photos off. I cut from that striped paper. They were 1-inch stripes, so I cut 1.5 inches so that I would get not only the main color, but the adjacent color that's just a different tone. I think in most cases I got mostly the light and then the dark in the strip, except the green. I got it the other way. But I'm going to arrange these on here. I've already distressed them. What I want to do is, for my title, I guess, if you can call it that, I don't know whether I want to put that at the top or the bottom. It says, "The world is too big to stay in one place, and life is too short to do just one thing." So I thought I would do something of a cluster with that large camera. I fussy cut this large camera a while back, and then I fussy cut this today, and all of these cameras, which came on the same page as this bamboo piece. I have a couple Flair from a summer fun type set from the Flair Hut. I have this little stamp that I thought maybe I could work up into there. I have this. I've fussy cut things out of the paper, so I have no pre-made embellishments. And I'm going to do something different, I think. I'm going to put my title over a photo. I have this photo, and these photos were awful. I'll show you the originals. This is the original up here. And you might recognize these from my 12-box project. There was this one, which was pretty much all grays and browns, and then this one, and this one, which I actually kind of like, and once I scanned it, I could have just increased the exposure, and that would have been good, except the others I almost had to filter. So those are the originals, and they will go back in the box. I've scanned them, so I have the original version, and then I have the filtered version that will all go in my 1982 stuff. So let's see, if I put that on top, then I kind of want to move these things down. So I'm gonna do that, and then where I have the cool colors in the stripes down there, I'm gonna put the warm colors, and I want them to overlap a little bit so they'll come down here. So I'm thinking this is as good a starting place as any for this. I've distressed them and put the foam tape so that I can grab hold here and kind of curl them up. That might make it hard to put the photos on later, but you know me, I want to do what I want to do. Let's see. I want some space between them. I want the floral paper to show through, but the spaces don't have to be big. Okay, and I'll do that. Tear it. When I was distressing, I did some tearing, so whether I initially wanted to do that or not, it kind of became a thing. It kind of became part of the design. Okay, eyeball that. And I don't have much. This is going to be a fairly under embellished page for me, comparatively speaking. But with the busy floral background and all the colors going on and 4 photos, I just don't think I need to do a whole lot. It's kind of, I don't want to do too much. And yes, that's me speaking. Okay. Besides, when you're embellishing essentially with paper, fussy cutting and such, it's a lot of work. Okay, that leaves plenty of room for that. Let's get the photos on next, though. I'm going to start with these down here. Now, I had in mind maybe color matching not exactly color matching, but doing the cameras down the side like this. If I did that, I'd probably want this one there, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just center the photos and maybe do the cameras like this in the corners. Have that go up there. And I've used 4 different colors for the I kind of like that. And then I could do that maybe like so, but where? Ooh, I kind of want this in the center. So let me spread them out a little bit. And the reason I'm doing this is because just for exactly this reason, I really want to know where to put the photos. So if I spread them out, then this could kind of go like that, without really covering any important parts of the photo. And I think that will work right there. All there is there are the mountains and the ocean there. Okay, so now I'm going to get my thick tape and put it on the back of the photos so that the photos, I'm actually going to put the tape on the strips because I want to be sure that I hit the strips, and otherwise I don't really know where to put it on the paper. Okay, so that needs to go slightly up above. So that works perfectly. I'm glad I thought of that. Okay, and about the same distance. I kind of want them working together there. Okay, let me cut 4 strips and get those down. And that allows them to kind of float up above all this stuff that's going on there. And that's what I had in mind. This should go together pretty quickly. I just absolutely love that pattern. There's, in the paper pad, there is a larger one that has florals that are just perfect for fussy cutting. Okay, and there we go. Now let's see, I may need to put some of this foam back there. Let me see if this works. I want this leaf got cut off. This one did too, but it doesn't show as much. So if I can put that kind of underneath there. Okay, that seems to work. So I don't need that after all. Now let's get this down so I can kind of see what it all looks like. I've envisioned the individual pieces, but not the total composition. Okay, I like that. Now, let's see. I've got this that I need to build here. I'm going to raise this up so that I can overlap that, this sign. I'm going to put this down. And then I'll take this, and I'm gonna see, I forget where I envisioned the flares being. I think maybe in this, set. What was I gonna do? Up there. I had something. Oh, there was a little stamp. Where did it go? Did I drop it on the floor? Well, you know what? There it is. Okay. pulled it up. Let's that's going at the same angle. I'm going to put it at that angle, and I'm going to insert a flare. The reason I lifted everything so high was so that I can get that flare under there. And I want to turn it so the zigzags are going the right direction. Come on. And I've dislodged everything else. But that's okay. It can be relodged. Okay, there. And then this, I thought, could go here. It's kind of a neutral, and that has the exact same gold. The other Flair had some little tiny patterns on them, and they weren't necessarily what I was looking for this page. But these work just great. Okay, now let's see where the cameras go. I've got this leaf there, but I'm still going to put the camera there. Okay, now I have to get the angles all the same. The green we'll put over here. Blue, we'll put the blue zigzags here. It's going to kind of have to go under the title in order to get exactly the same orientation. And then we have this. There. And I've got this little guy that could kind of go right there. And I've got this, which I thought I'd have down at a different angle. And I'm going to need some of the thicker foam to support the bottom of it, I think. Okay, and we're almost done. Kind of have it coming out like that, because the end of that got cut off too. And that's all of the journaling that I'm going to have on this page, because I'm going to be scrapping maybe, I don't know, 12 or so more photos from that trip. And I was really happy to find those. They were kind of mixed in, which means they were probably on a film canister, on a film roll that got developed at the same time as some other photos. And I glanced through the others thinking, okay, that's not worth scrapping. And then I found these. So all simple stories here, except for the Flair and the Bramble Fox title. I'm very happy with the colors and the page, and I love these photos of John. That's the catamaran that we sailed from Maui to Lanai. And in those days, Lanai was still kind of the pineapple island. The large companies had left the island Dole, I guess, and they were staunchly resisting any development like the other Hawaiian Islands. These days, of course, there are huge condos and resorts there. So their resistance sadly didn't last, but it was a wonderful way to, on the trip that we made, it was a wonderful way to see a more natural Hawaiian way of life. It was nice. And we were, young and dumb and didn't really realize how fleeting all of that was back in 1982 when we had, our own lives ahead of us. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join the Hop and check out what everyone else does with their Simple Story stash. I know sometimes I use newer collections. This one is a fairly old one, but I love my Simple Stories. My box is overflowing, so I'm happy to get it used, and I will be using a lot of this with my 12 box project. So thanks for watching. Bye.